What's up? I'm awake. It is time. It is time. I don't know if I could be like that, actually. That would be hilarious. Hello, lovely people. Hi, lovely people. Hey. So, so today I'm gonna. Hi, Dinka. How are you? You're very early today. I'm early for a reason. I didn't go out clubbing. I'm actually. What am I doing? Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's good evening here for us.
Oh
It's
yes,
about
that's right.
it's 5:39. 5:39.
Oh,
Saturday afternoon. Oh, Saturday evening.
oh wow,
Oh,
perfect.
Oh, Saturday evening.
Oh
Morning.
wow.
Oh, Oh, Saturday evening.
Ah, it's
Oh,
Sabrina,
wow.
you're echoing.
Oh,
What's
Saturday
going on?
evening.
I think
Oh,
you're echoing.
wow. Uh,
What? So, what's your plan for this Saturday night for you?
darling, I'm heading home from a mini vacation.
Where did you go?
I went to Montreal, Canada.
Oh, that's awesome. And how was it?
It was amazing, actually. I didn't really.
Awesome. And how
I
was it?
forgot.
Sabrina, you're echoing.
I was. I
Okay.
was. I had forgotten how beautiful Montreal is. But yeah, we were there for 4 nights. Yeah, it's
Wait,
beautiful.
did you say trail? So did you go?
No, we drove.
Yeah,
We drove.
Sabrina, maybe come out and then come back in. I think it's you because I'm mute and it's not happening anymore. Good morning, Sabrina. So you said, so you went hiking?
No, no, no. We went for a mini vacation. Mini vacation. Me hiking. God forbid.
That's like me. That's like me, you know.
Oh, yeah, me and my daughter, we went, yeah. So we're just heading home. We're about an hour and a half away from home. I'm
So
like,
what did you guys do there?
so we went, we did like, you know how every city, the major cities, they have hop on and hop off bus. We went to museum. We went to old
Oh,
Montreal. It's beautiful. It's like an European country city, you know.
oh,
It's so
that's
nice.
so
Yeah,
beautiful. You know,
yeah.
in terms of museums, I'm early because I'm going to a museum today.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
yeah, my friends are interested in like the Holocaust and all that, so we're going to the Jewish Museum today.
Okay.
So it'd be very interesting to,
You
I
know,
went there when I was high school, but I never went there as like, an adult now, understanding, the circumstances and yeah. So
yeah,
I like learning, history
yeah,
especially. So
yeah. You know, I've been to Poland a couple of times, and you know, Auschwitz is in Poland, and I had a chance to go once or twice, and I didn't want to go, you know, because I'm superstitious. I'm like, I don't want tormented spirit to come home with me.
oh really?
You know, I just, you know, but I regret that I didn't take that opportunity to go. But yeah,
That's interesting that you said that. Um, because I like to go to horror, I like to go to ghost tours.
yeah.
So you wouldn't go to ghost tours because of the same reason?
Yeah, same reason, but I think I've changed a little. It's the same thing when we went to New York years back. I didn't want to see the memorials. The same idea. I'm like, I don't want spirit to be coming home with me, or you know.
Wow. That's
I'm
really
like,
interesting. That's really
yeah,
interesting that you said that
yeah,
because yeah, very interesting. Very interesting. Wow.
yeah.
So you must have had like a family member or someone who had an experience for you to stop going to these like to go to these history places.
Yeah, I think I got it when I was younger, when my, grandfather from my mom's side, when she took me to live briefly with the rest of her family side, and my grandfather died, and I remember they were saying, oh, somebody did something very, it's like kind of voodoo stuff, like somebody did something to him, that's why he
Oh,
died. Years later,
oh
I
wow.
realized, he was old,
Wow.
yeah, he was old, but that's what I remember the family members were saying, my mom and my
That's
aunties,
actually
and
pretty intense. That's pretty
yeah.
intense. So like do you feel like you have there's a curse or something on
No,
I don't
not
know.
at all. Not at all. I just believe that, spirits can latch onto you, and I don't like, it's just something
Oh
I
my
cannot. As they
gosh.
say, when you believe in something, it can come true, right? So,
Yeah.
mhm,
It makes me like now like realize, I should do like um a mini guardian angel prayer before I go in to these things
yeah,
because I have had so many signs that I do have my because like yeah I believe in the guardian angel, so I feel like whoever the angel is protecting me. And I remember like when my uncle passed away, me and my sister went back to Philippines, and we just
yeah.
felt this protection around him. And we were talking about him. The cup, literally, the table was like a meter. It moved to us
Ah, ooh,
when we were talking because apparently in Filipino like culture, like if someone dies, like their spirit and you talk about them, their spirit is around you or something like that. And
mm,
yeah. But
yeah,
very interesting that you yeah, so ever since that I just feel like protected from anything
yeah,
that but I know for sure I don't want to touch anything. Like I feel
yeah,
like if anything was going to transmit or like be lashed on you, it would be through the power of touch. Like
yes, yeah,
so
exactly,
So I'm
yeah.
very careful about not touching things and like
Touch
being really
things, yeah.
respectful. But
Mhm.
yeah, oh, that's so. Like, what museums did you go to?
It's honey. Which museum did we go to? What was it called? The house. Yeah. What was it? Chateau Ramsey. Basically, it's like the one of the homes of the leaders in 1700s. How they
Yeah,
lived back then, and it's very interesting. I like all kind of this kind
houses.
of medieval kind of stuff. You know?
Oh, beautiful,
Yeah, yeah,
nice. Wait, so you went to
yeah.
an old house, like a
Yeah,
mansion or
yeah.
something?
It's a museum. It's, yeah, it's been turned into a museum. Yeah. So you get to see how
Oh,
the
I love those.
history of
I love
Quebec. Yeah.
those.
Yeah, yeah. So it's really cool. Like Quebec
That's
has
so
so much
cool.
history. Mhm.
I love those. I love like Um, so that's why I like to go to ghost tours because they like to explore the actual house or mansion.
Yeah.
And like, there's a
Yeah.
mansion in this park near my place, and it's a government
Yeah.
house. It has so much history. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, in my area, we have a lot of these houses, like old, like they're heritage, but because of the
Yeah.
development they're doing like every year they do a museum day, so you can go to any of these places for free.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it's just beautiful. I love the architecture, the furniture, the it's just like you're really brought back in that time, and
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
beautiful. It's really beautiful, And
Yeah.
there's this mental health hospital, and um, it has old buildings, and they restored it. It's called the Female Factory, and that's where like a lot of like when a kid is like 16 and the parents can't take care of them, they're like mini adults. They
Yeah.
go to school to learn to be domesticated, like how to
Uh,
but unfortunately it's very sad because that's where a lot of problems, like mistreatment happened for those ladies.
yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's a bit sad. But that building has gone through a lot. There was like in that building, it was like the first female like domestic violent court case. Yeah, all these women empowerment and a lot of the ancestry started from there. So
Yeah.
yeah, very interesting. Very, very
Mhm.
interesting. But
Yeah.
that's awesome. So
Yeah.
how about
That's
the food
awesome.
scene? How about the food scene? I'm sure you explored the food scene there.
Oh yeah, yeah. We like it like that. The old Montreal. They have all the different shops, different restaurants. In
Is
one
it
area,
very
it's
like
so
French?
nice.
Is it very like
Yeah.
French influenced?
Um, I would say mix, mix. If you go to like Quebec City, then it would be probably more French. Whereas
Okay.
Montreal, like majority of people speak English. They speak French, but they speak English. So if you don't speak French, you're gonna be okay, right? So
Okay.
yeah.
That's good.
Mhm. Yeah, it's
Oh.
beautiful. I'm like,
I actually wanted to go, and I don't know if it's in Toronto. Is it? You said Montreal, right?
Montreal, Quebec. Yeah.
Yeah. So is that where they do the flying fish thing, or that's in Zinger? Good morning. Is that where the fly? There's a market where they throw salmon at each other.
Well,
Like,
the salmon. Well, I don't know actually. I don't know. When I think when I think of salmon run, I'm thinking of Alaska. During the spawning seasons. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah,
okay, but
history. History is important. And some people don't really care about history, but you know, history is important to
I
know your
love it. I
history.
love learning history. Yeah, I love yeah, yeah. So I'm really excited what's going to happen to this wherever we're going, the Jewish thing. So it'd be really
Yeah,
fun to learn because yeah, it was a huge deal. It affected
yeah,
Australia globally. So
yeah.
it'd be interesting to know. So it's
You
in the
know,
city. Yeah.
Yeah, I dated someone who was Jewish not too long
Okay.
ago, and I
Yeah.
found like because of the painful history that Jewish have gone through, some of them are very intense when it comes to their Jewishness. They're
Oh.
very very intense, because Jewish people. I don't know how many millions of Jews are left, but they are very intense people. You know. So yeah, but
Thanks,
that's
Nina, for sharing.
yeah. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
you don't want that history to be lost, right? Because you don't want that that painful past to be forgotten.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Um. Wow. Wow. I don't in Australia. There's only certain areas where there's a Jewish community, but other than that, no, I've never been
Okay.
around or like dated a Jewish guy before. No,
Yeah.
haven't. Because in
Yeah.
Sydney, there are only certain places where they have that. So,
Okay. Yeah.
um,
There's quite a big Jewish community in Toronto.
is
Quite a
it?
big. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Big
oh,
Jewish community. So yeah. Uh huh.
oh.
Very intense. I'm like, okay.
So, like, how was the weather?
Weather is beautiful. Oh, glorious day. Glorious
That's
day.
awesome.
Mhm.
I love to
Yeah.
hear that. I'm actually a bit hesitant about today because it was forecasting that it'd be raining, and I have so when I went to like this speed dating thing, there were two guys that my friend, hi Shushu, who like became friends with, and they hanged out on Thursday. So one of them
Yeah.
has a birthday today, and it's in the city, so it's going to be convenient in terms of meeting up with them. Um,
Okay.
but it's in the park, so
In the
I'm not too
park.
sure if that's. I just hope it doesn't rain, you know.
Yeah.
um, I hope it doesn't because
Yeah, it's a
like
bummer. It ruins the outdoor activities. Yeah, for sure.
exactly. But the museum I don't mind because it'll be indoors and I'll be driving in. But
Okay.
yeah, I it's from 10 to 11. The
10 to 11. Okay.
the the Jewish museum yeah. And I think the girls that I'm going with, because they know I party a lot, that
You're a party
I wouldn't
animal,
make
eh?
it on time.
You're a party
And then
animal.
one of them messaged and be like, "Oh, hi girls, I'm awake. I'm gonna get my breakfast, and then I'm gonna go." And I'm like, "I'm awake too. I didn't go clubbing." So they're gonna be they're gonna be so shocked. They're like, "Oh my gosh, Claire." And to be honest, I'm coming off from night shift, so I kind of have to do this for my body sleep clock. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
because I did 2 weeks of night shift, and
Mhm.
my body clock is all over the place. So it was
Okay.
actually really good that I slept around 1 a.m. last night. So if
Okay.
I do shifts in the afternoon, like starting at 12, that's the time that I sleep.
Okay.
But yeah, so I'm trying to get my body back into like the routine of working like in the daytime because doing nights for 2 weeks it really changes your
It
body.
messes you up. It messes you up. I remember at my job, we used to do. I think we had like 7 different start times. So you will do
Oh
like
yeah.
whole weeks one shift, and then it's a basic rotating. You rotate every 4 weeks. It was horrible, you know.
Oh,
Yeah.
awful. Yeah, it's just
Mhm.
yeah, in the ward, because I'm a nurse, so like they do 1 month of nights per year, and I'm just like, oh, I'm lucky that my job can do like 2 weeks at a time, but man, a month,
Yeah.
that's too much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too much.
Nice work, you know. It takes time to get used to it.
Yeah. But you know,
Yeah, yeah.
the people like nights because there's no politics. So
Yeah, but yeah, I know. Like, the bosses are not around at nighttime. The bosses are not
exactly.
around and
And I feel like even in nighttime, during night shifts, that's when you kind of know your colleagues because sometimes you got
uh-huh.
time to talk. So I really appreciate those times where I get to know people from the hospital. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's lovely. It's lovely to do that. But at the end of the day, like it's not my preference to work in the night shift. Like,
It's
and my
hard,
nights,
especially on
my,
dating.
my,
If you're looking to date, it's very hard. That's why I haven't found anybody yet, because.
yes, yeah.
I
But
haven't found
do not
anybody
lose
yet.
hope. I feel like
Yeah.
we gotta like not lose hope because I still believe I will find that man. And yeah, I've been really good with my game. So the last 2 weeks of going out. My girl, I've been actually ever since speed dating. It was like the gateway for me to be really like, what do you call it? More confident
Mm.
in myself to
Yeah.
approach guys. Because I love going to the club, but I never approach guys. Like I'm too
Okay.
scared. Like I just dance with my girlfriends. But
Okay.
nowadays, I got this game happening. Like I'm so confident that I can ask a guy for his number now. You know, like damn,
Yeah.
I didn't know I had this game in me. I'm saying game because because I've talked to a few. I talked to some guys about what I'm doing, and they're like, "That's a game, girl," and I'm like,
That's
"Oh, are
the
you
game.
really?"
Huh? Oh my God. You know, my thing is, I'm open, but I'm not dating because I'm just had enough, right? But
Yeah,
my thing is, my my red flag. If we start talking, like getting to know each, and you start love bombing me, you're done. Eh? You're done.
love bombing.
And
Oh my gosh.
so many guys do this to rush the relationship so that they can get what they are looking for, which is, what? You're done,
Yeah.
honestly. Yeah?
Oh my
Start calling
god.
you pet names. Start calling you pet names. We don't
You
even
know,
know
to
each
be
other's first names. Eh?
exactly, exactly. Actually, I actually kind of to be honest, I'm not very romantic. Like I remember, oh my gosh, I tried flirting and I just wanted to vomit at myself. Like I remember talking to this guy, I was like, you know, you really have a really cute smile, and but we know each other. You know, this is like I think we're dating already. And then like I told him,
Uh-huh.
you know, I really appreciate like, you know, you're so emotionally intelligent and like and you have a really cute smile. And then I told him, oh, I just want to vomit. Like, I can't do this. I even did this voice. I was like, oh, I just want to
Oh my
vomit.
God.
Actually, it was one of the guys I really wanted to
Yeah.
try, like, to be with, but he wasn't that committed.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it was interesting. But yeah,
No, no.
I think I haven't experienced that love bombing yet, so I'm kind of lucky in a way because if a guy be, I don't know, most of the guys I'm with are pretty down to earth. I think you know you track what you are, you know. So like I don't know, like
Yeah, I don't know. Like my thing is because I'm a nice person. I'm a kind person. So I find that because I seem to attract what I don't want because I don't
what
want
you
a
do.
broke man. I don't want an ugly man.
Oh, I don't want a broke
But
man.
at the
That's for
same
sure.
time, I'm afraid of the good-looking ones because the good-looking ones they have a game, so I am screwed. Huh?
Yeah.
I'm screwed. Huh?
You know, it's interesting that you say that because I yeah, I don't know, like uh like what do you mean by good looking? Like what's your standard? What's your definition of good looking but
Well, uh, uh, someone who's
like
a little bit
like
more than
like an
average
actor
looking.
looking?
No, no, someone who is more than just an average looking person. Someone who really take care of themselves and are very confident and you know, that those guys that women will just throw themselves at them, you know? But those guys are dangerous, you know? They are dangerous because they know they can get women very easily. So they a lot of the time they don't even make good partners because they don't have to try. They don't need to try because the women will just be throwing themselves at them. You know,
Ooh,
that's the thing.
interesting.
So,
Interesting.
uh-huh.
Very interesting. I like that's very interesting. For me, I like to, I don't know, like the guys that were, I'm starting to like accept like my body type was very muscly before. You know, there was a period I was into muscly guys, and I didn't mind them. Luckily,
Yeah.
the muscly guys I was with were kind of were down to earth, and they weren't like really up themselves, obsessed with their body in a way, like not too
Yeah.
much, but they were alright. But now I'm accepting the body type of, tall and slim or but I like, yeah, I'm accepting tall build. It doesn't have to be like muscly, but an average build, but tall. And
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't mind. So
Yeah.
yeah, in the last couple of, since last year, I think that was my kind of, actually maybe this year, that's kind of my type.
Yeah.
Because I never was really, all the guys have always been tall, but I'm talking like really tall, like, yeah,
Like
so,
over 6 feet.
yeah, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
mind, yeah, I think, I don't know what Sabrina's height is, but I remember her height, so any guy, Sabrina's height and above, so, I hope you heard that, Sabrina. Yeah, so, I mean,
I'm not even that tall,
you are
but
tall.
okay. Hey, hey, Dinka babe.
Hi, Viv. How are you?
I'm good. Nah, this girl, she's crazy. I'm not that. I'm
She's
average.
tall.
My height is average.
Okay. All right.
It's not
But
bad.
I don't mind any guy who's your height and above. So,
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
yeah,
Yeah.
so,
Like I don't like short guys. I'm 5'2", but I don't want a guy who's the same height or a little bit shorter than 5'10" and up. That's it. 5'10" and up. We can't be looking at each other's eyes. It's not very attractive.
oh, like, yeah, height is definitely is a factor, especially if you're already tall. Because my girlfriend, when we went to the speed dating, she was like to me, "I'm gonna be so disappointed if everyone's shorter than me." So
Mhm.
luckily, there were guys who were as tall as her. So
Oh, so that's her. Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah, it's really
she,
hard. I feel for the short guys. Honestly, I really do feel for them. Because most women they want a guy that is taller than them.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Nobody
a
wants a
hundred
short
percent.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, yeah, I know some West African guys who are quite short, so
Yeah.
like I don't know if that's like, yeah, like I remember going to Afrobeat and there's always like a bunch of small guys. Um and
I get the impression like chipmunk, like they're so small. And I'm talking as a small person, but for a guy, I'm like, what am I gonna do with a short guy?
yeah, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, that's the truth, right? Like what are you gonna do with a small guy? I won't be satisfied, that's for sure. Like if I'm already short, like I'm 5'3", if a guy's shorter than me, man, that's like a child. So
Oh, yeah.
I
Can
don't
you
want a
imagine
child.
holding his hand? Imagine
Oh,
holding his hand.
oh, please, please, please. That is hilarious. I say that. That is very hilarious. Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that? Oh my gosh, I'm like dying thinking about it. Um, I think that's why when I went to Philippines, no one was attractive. Oh, I can't. there was even a point where in one of the hotels they had like the Navy conference in the hotel, and like
Yeah.
you think men in suits are hot. Man, the
Yeah.
Filipino guys, none of them was hot. I was looking at foreigners. They call them foreigners, like because they're
You're
all
looking up
short. The
for them.
Filipinos are short men.
Yeah, the
I'm
Filipino
sorry,
guys
but
are short. Yeah. Yeah. A
I
lot of them
can't.
are short. Yeah.
I just I only really know one Filipino guy who's tall, but he's like gay. So like, you know,
Ah. Geez.
there's
Oh my
um
God.
it's very interesting, but height is definitely a factor.
Yeah.
It's not there's no lying in about that.
Yeah.
Because but luckily for my height, you know, a majority of guys are taller than me. But for your what's your height again?
I'm 5'2". You're taller than me.
Jesus.
That's all right. That's all right. Man. It's all good. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You're taller than me. So
You have no problem
Man,
in that regard
you're
then.
very short, Dinka babe.
yeah, my mom is short. You know, my mom is not a dinka, right? So I got the height
Where she's
from her.
from? Where she's from?
She's Jur. She's Jurpel from Yorul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. My dad, is very tall. I didn't get the height. I guess that day I was being made. There was not enough play around or something. I don't know. The short is the height.
That's the same thing with me. I said why I'm not tall because my brother is so tall.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so
And then he
funny.
was telling me, where were you gonna go with all this height?
Yeah. So when I'm with my cousins, people, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why are you so short? I said, I don't know. Wasn't my doing. I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, that's good that you don't have the tall height then because you got a lot of options in terms
Yeah.
of but
Our guys are very tall. Yeah.
I didn't
But
oh
see,
well yeah.
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 But
Yeah.
see, I am conflicted. Yeah, I'm so conflicted because, you know, I'm open. I'm open. Like,
Yes.
but at the same time, like, like I find that our guys, there's some good with the guys. But if I want to be just be myself, I would have to find the right South Sudanese guys because a lot of them are very traditional.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm conflicted. And then the Kawajats, and the Mzungus, they are attracted to me. But, a lot of them are very shallow. So that's kind of a turnoff. Very shallow.
Oh, what do you mean?
So,
What do you mean,
these, what I mean, like a lot of white guys are very obsessive when they want their women very thin. And that's why sometimes you see that some Mzungu ladies that very obsessively want to be skinny, because the
Oh,
men want them to
that's
be
sad.
at this kind of beauty standard. It's crazy, actually.
That's really sad that
Mhm.
there's a standard like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So
I didn't
yeah.
know about that. And because
Oh
like,
yeah.
I guess it's in your country, but like in Sudan, but like, other countries like they praise women with who are more voluptuous. So that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, wow,
Yeah.
it's really
Yeah.
oh my god, it's so freaking red. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
So beauty standards are different, like for different groups. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh my god.
Yep.
I like I'm into Barbie right now, Barbie lipstick. So it's like the Barbie.
Eh.
So,
Nice.
But
It is.
I put it as a cheek thing, but it was a bit too pigmented. Anyways,
Oh.
I've been into it, so I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I just like the. Yeah, a lot of people have complimented me the last week that pink really suits me, so I'm
Mhm.
sticking to pink.
But I can see the lipstick looks great on you.
Yeah, you know,
Very
I
nice.
have so much lipstick. I love lipstick. But the thing is, I was telling my work friend, oh, I would love to wear lipstick. But the thing is, we're always wearing masks. So, you know,
Uh,
there's no point in
yeah.
wasting your lipstick and then it's gonna be like, you know,
Yeah.
um, yeah. So, yeah. Wow. I think so far. I don't know about the beauty standards for Sudanese men here in Australia. What is it, Sabrina? Is there a standard for
To be honest, I
Sudanese?
don't know. Some of them they can be very picky. It just depends who you, and they are very demanding.
What do you mean
Yeah.
demanding?
So if they're into you, they would want to change you a little bit.
Huh?
Yeah.
So like let's say for example, if you go out too much, they might want you to cut that off.
Oh.
But that's if they really want you. Not all of them will do that. That's if they want
Yeah.
to
Not
settle
all
down
of them.
with
It's
you.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
What? Definitely the if I date like someone like I always tell them, look, I do salsa, so you can't stop me from going out to do salsa
No, no,
because
no.
I even make money from salsa. That's like, you
Listen,
know.
things like salsa, gym, whatever, they won't really mind. It's just like
Yeah.
going out, like clubbing, whatever,
Loving. Yeah.
coming
Yeah.
home
Yeah. If
late.
they really want.
Yeah,
But, but you
they
know,
will have a
Sabrina,
lot of issues.
yeah. Yeah. You know, our guys have this thing, especially the Dinkas. If they're into you, that's it. You're not even, say, I'm in love with you. That's it. I said, what about me? Am I in love with you? Eh? I even get a chance to be in love with you. That's it.
Yeah.
Huh? So take ownership. You can't take ownership without wanting to be owned. Hey.
Yep.
It's crazy.
What the hell? I
I know.
mean, yeah, very interesting. I would never want any guy in the future to stop me from doing salsa or those dances because, to be the story behind me doing salsa was I was actually in a DV relationship for like 4 years and I couldn't even touch men. I was just really scared. So, yeah, so I couldn't. It was really hard, especially like. Anyways, so what happened was, I told myself, okay, I'll commit to salsa because in salsa you have to touch the guy. You gotta trust in him to lead you. So
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it made me build a relationship and trust men again. And yeah, so it's my safe place. So I would never date anyone from the salsa scene, but it touches my heart. I don't want to take that away from me. And like I've met so many of my friends from the salsa scene, and some of them have gone through similar things. So for a guy to stop me from doing that, like goodbye, you're out of the door. So
Now they will stop you too, like from doing so. No.
No,
good,
I mean,
very.
like, the thing is that some guys are very possessive. It's just in their nature, right? So you gotta be very careful what kind of guy you commit to, because controlling and possessive, those kind of people, if it doesn't work out, it can be really a tough place, because some of them, even if you break up with them, they're still possessive over you. I'm like,
Oh,
what's
I
wrong with
can't
you?
do that.
Yeah. So you gotta be careful what kind of a person.
Luckily,
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't have to go through that. So like them coming back, oh my gosh. But
Mhm.
nah, but yeah, I if anything, the relationships after him, I was very much in control of the relationship. Like
Mhm.
like they're very like the guys I like. I know that they are willing to help me. Who'll stand up to my behavior. Like he just give that endless love kind of feel, and that would be a
Yeah.
like that's amazing because that means you can truly be yourself. You don't have to be a person that you're not. And luckily, I've been with guys like that. So that's what I'm trying to find.
But
But
usually guys who are like that though, those that have those kind of traits, they usually veer towards women that they know they can control. You know, they just have sense. They have they you know because sometimes you say why is this woman allowing herself to be treated in that way? Usually these guys they seek out those kind of women that they see some weakness in them. You know,
hmm,
they see some weakness in them that they are able to have that dominance over them. Like so if they see that the woman is not the woman that you're gonna play that kind of game on, they move on because there's no point, right?
yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
But yeah, I feel like the men are totally different these days, especially after COVID.
yeah,
I think even women too, they don't want to waste time.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I guess
You
we
so.
know?
already waste time during COVID.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
know. Hi.
3 years on lockdown or 2 years on lockdown. That's
Oh my God. Hey,
That's too
I
much.
know.
You know, exactly. We wasted, you know.
Sabrina, sometimes I say to myself, maybe I need to go and get a husband from the village or something because I am tired. Yeah?
good luck with that.
Yeah, even the
That's what
village
somebody
people
said.
are,
I
Yeah,
good luck.
the
Good
you're
village
luck.
people
going
are
to the
very
worst
smart.
one.
They're very
You're
smart
going to the
as
worst
well.
one.
They're very
Oh
smart as
my
well, the
God.
village people.
I don't think I can go to the
Uh-uh.
village and take
They will be
get
playing the
married.
game on me. Hey, they will be playing the game on me. Huh?
Yeah,
I will be
100%.
madly in
Yep.
love, and they're just playing the game on me. I'm like, hey.
Nah, village is not a good idea, trust me.
I feel like in today's society, like an open relationship is heading towards that. It's really good.
Open
But I don't mind going
relationship.
to Juba though. There's a
Juba.
lot of good men
Why?
in Juba.
Huh?
There's a lot of like rich men in Juba I met so
I
far on
want a
TikTok.
man in the army or something. Maybe one of those, what do you call them? General or something, yeah?
Yeah. But the problem, the one that has everything and he's in the leading,
uh,
he's a bit old and he has a lot of wives. I'm like, damn,
uh, you
I love
can't
it.
win.
what am I gonna do with you?
Yeah, I don't get that for
Yeah.
your country that you can have multiple wives. Hell no.
Yeah. This guy was telling me if I accept to marry him, I'll be a wife in number 10. I'm like, damn, are you even gonna have
Number
time?
10.
Are you even
Number
gonna have
10.
time to spend on me?
Ah,
Yes.
oh my God.
It's so
It's
funny.
like you would be marrying yourself. Eh? He's not
Literally.
going to be around.
Exactly. But he
Literally.
was telling me, believe it or not, I'll be at your house 24/7. I'm like, damn.
Yeah. Oh my God.
No, it's too much.
Yeah, somebody said to me, woman your age, if you marry a guy who's younger than you know that he has to have a second wife. I said, God forbid. I'd rather have a side piece than marrying somebody to have a second wife on me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd rather have a consistent side piece.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
At least they're more committed than some. Yeah,
Okay.
I don't know. Like I could probably do realistically 2 years younger than me, but that's it. I thought of 5 years, but it's a big difference. 5 years is a big difference.
No, 5 years I think is too much. 2 years is okay.
Yeah.
You know, there are so many young guys. So many young guys want to be with older women. It's crazy. It's just unbelievable. I'm like, what is going on? You know?
Yeah, that is very true, I think.
I remember before COVID at work, there was this young, I think he was like Russian Canadian background. This guy was like probably like 27. He'd be bothering me. I said, hey, I can be your older sister. What is wrong with you? Oh, you
Oh
know,
my god.
I don't like it. How are you going to introduce me to your mom? Huh? He said, oh,
Oh
it
my
doesn't
god.
matter.
I
I
had
said,
a
leave me alone. Leave me
oh,
alone.
oh
He's
my
in
god.
love. He's in
I
love.
it was funny. When I went to Philippines, I met up with one of my salsa guy mates, and he's a lot older. And then when I met up with him last week with a group of friends for a birthday, he was like, "Hey, your mom's funny," and I'm like, "Yeah, she is." And he's like, "You and your mom's age are like we're the same age." And then I freaked out. I was like, "You can be potentially my dad." Like that's what I said to him.
Oh, my God. Crazy.
I was like,
For sure.
"Dad."
I
Yeah.
know.
It's even at
Wow.
work, because I work in surgery, so we have to check the consent and that their birthday, and
Yeah.
every time I do a surgery on a younger person and they're having kids, it's just like a part of me is like, oh, I'm so like damn, like I still don't have a kid and I'm at this age, and they're just
Yeah.
getting younger. Actually,
Yeah.
no, they're not getting younger. The average age now that ever since I've been doing cesareans, a lot
Yeah.
of them are between 25 to 25 and above. It's not younger.
It's
So,
not. It's not as young. Yeah, which is a good thing actually. It's really a good thing.
yeah, that's
You
right.
know.
And I think with the economy these days, especially in Australia, like no one can really afford a kid right now.
Here, it's too expensive. Too expensive.
So, so for me, in order to be with someone, I gotta make sure that at least they're in a stable job because if anything happens, at least I hope that they can
Yeah.
support,
Yeah. If
because
something happened to like if you cannot work and yeah,
like
like
or if I fall pregnant, like
yeah, exactly. So
yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna.
But
So the thing is at 10 o'clock, and it's 8:25. I was planning on doing like a self date, like morning date, to go to this bakery. So if I go there, I might do a live, and then I can see you guys there. It's such a
take
cute
some
Yeah.
bakery.
pictures. You look
It's
fantastic. Take some
Yeah, take some.
pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
yes,
look
and
hot,
it's so.
girl. Hey.
Thank you. It's very like this is my fit. It's very what do you call it? It's very like can you see? Whoops. It's very like whoops. It's very like this is my what I'm wearing. So because I'm
Nice.
going to the museum, I'm gonna wear some sneakers. And I'm really glad that the fashion of baggy pants is back.
Oh
Because I
yeah.
really like that. I used to have like, Missy Elliott, like that was Missy Elliott's kind of fashion, baggy pants. And I used to have
Mm-hmm.
these like army baggy pants, and I
Yeah.
was like, I can't find them. No shop has them, and that was like my jam when I was in like that
Yeah.
was 90s. That's when I was
It's
in
back
like
now.
first year of like damn, we're going back. We're going really
Yeah,
back.
yeah. It's back.
Missy Elliott back
Yeah.
then.
But you know the
Anyways,
cool thing I find is that
yeah.
people just dress according to their style, which is there's no restrictive way of you have to dress according to your age and all that. And I think it's fantastic. Whatever you feel
Yeah.
comfortable. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Definitely. But in terms of like when I go clubbing, I'm so glad that this generation is wearing sneakers because back when I clubbed,
Oh,
like ages
you
ago.
gotta wear heels.
What?
Yeah, you gotta wear heels.
Exactly. It was like the
Yeah,
90s R&B, you know, Ashanti and all that. They're all wearing like really high heels, really
yeah.
dressed up. You know, you're going to a, you know, it was cocktail dresses, you know. But now
Mhm.
it's just like you can wear a tight top, baggy pants, and like sneakers. So I'm like, yes. And then
Yep.
Afrobeat like has been playing a lot in the clubs, and I love it. I really love Afrobeat. So it's so good with sneakers, you know. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
anyways, I better let you ladies go.
Okay.
If I
Yeah.
do end up getting
Yeah.
kicked,
Yeah.
then maybe I'll do another live. But yeah,
Okay.
thanks
Thank you.
for joining me in Australia this early, and in your
Okay.
country, you know, your night is just beginning. So
Yeah.
have a good day, night, and
Have a
see
good
y'all later.
day.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay, bye
Bye.
bye.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.